Damn, turn that shit down, bro. Fuck. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How do I use this machine again? I found it. Found all the buttons. Hello. The canker sore in my mouth has only gotten worse since yesterday. It's causing me immense pain. What's up? You were going a little bit over the speed limit? Omega lol. Couldn't be me. I simply wouldn't drive a vehicle. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Hello, Deku. Hello, Dobby. Graham, Soviet, Jerry. What's up, guys? What's up, what's up? Hope everybody's day has been good thus far. I had a pretty short shift today from 8 to 2, which was a welcome sight, because it's the start of my weekend and I have many things, well, not many things, but some things to do this weekend, so. But let's get my weekend started off right by, of course, starting with some Esoteric Ebb. Which, who could resist? I know I couldn't. Oh, what a noise. What a noise, dude. What a noise. Oh, I'm excited to get back into it again. Water helps? Yeah. It's like on the bottom of my tongue. It's killing me. It's adding a little cinch to everything that I do with my mouth. You know, get the spice of life, I suppose. You're pulled over because you had a giant flat cannon on your truck? Very funny. The authorities don't appreciate large guns. How's my insanity esoteric? How's my esoteric insanity? What a question. Alright, where were we? We were in the guild warehouse. That's right, we found our boy. We found the shopkeeper. My stats are looking a little sussy. I've been slowly trying to increase my dex and my wisdom. My charisma and my intelligence are pretty high. My intelligence, honestly, looking at it now, could be a lot higher. Well, I don't know. Let me look at the stats in the game, not just the flat stats, because I think we are at like 20. Yeah, 21 charisma, 19 intelligence, would like that to be 20 as well, 13 wisdom and 14 dex, alright. So I guess as far as level ups go from now on, they're just going to be dumped into wisdom and dexterity, so we can keep the stats that I actually... 31 apples goes crazy, by the way. Alright, we also have a third spell slot. I don't remember what we were doing or what we intended to be doing. What's in the bag? Bunch of coins hidden in the grain sack. We got our boy out. The problem is that I don't know what I want to do next. The tea shop that blew up. Managed to get inside the tea shop. Time to investigate. We do have to go back to the tea shop since it is a new day to investigate a little better. Locate her and find out what she knows. There's apparently a hag rolling around somewhere. Frank, the son of Frank. Never met him. We do need to get our book. We also need to go dungeon delving to find out who Ebb is. Find out who Ebb really is. Election day is in some amount of days. I don't remember when, but it's they'll remind us. They will remind us. I still can't... Yeah, those don't. Yet to find a potion seller. They barred that tight. Yeah, no, nothing else to do after we talk to that guy, so... Let's see. I don't think I can get down there, can I? How would I get down there if I wanted to? You know, I guess I still haven't been into the trading company, have I? Regardless, when are you open? Open at sundown. You as well, I believe? No, the Ascani Reach Trading Company, lower floor. Oh, okay. I mean, let's go in and take a look. I don't know. Why not, you know? I don't lose anything by showing up here. Taking a look around. Mirror with something behind it. Hidden Free Strider safe. Low Megalol. You approach the mirror, realizing that Vera is watching you quite closely. Taking a quick glance, you do see there is surely a hidden safe behind this mirror. Interesting. I'll come back when Vera isn't around. Oh, it's Vera. Oh, God. Don't ever let me roll a strength check, ever. Hey, Vera, what's up? The orc stands among fancy furniture. A crackling fireplace lights up her face as you approach. Welcome to the Ascani Reeds Trading Company, cleric. It is the orc lady again. Beware her manipulation. Yes, and also, tell her she looks lovely. You look lovely. You look lovely to meet you again, Agent Vera. That's a good one. Hello, Agent. How's the free stridering going? It's not a verb I usually hear. But it's going well. We're currently deep in paperwork with a new partner. A lot of work. She walks over to the desk, grabbing a piece of paper. Could be a good idea to search the guild warehouse below. Not only to find some goodies, but also to check what's going on in and out of the city. The wonderful free strider lady is the one who decides who comes and goes, so talk her into letting you enter her warehouse. I can gladly report to you that the business with the dwarves was eventually solved after you left, through entirely peaceful methods, thankfully. Oh, really? Ow. A contact at the palace helped me recruit 2 Vorgeni gentlemen, the giant kind of gentlemen. When Alphaz saw them coming, he very quickly packed everything up and left. To tell you the truth, I hope for them to put up some resistance. You use threat of violence to push past their legal arguments, then. She gives you a smug smirk. Yeah. She knows when to bend and when to break, clearly. Sounds fascist. That's a big word. Proud of you, she says and winks. Oh. Now, is there anything the Ascani Reeds Trading Co. can help you with today, cleric? I'm looking for a hag. A cleric searching for a hag. That really sounds like a magazine tale. Romantic, almost. Yes, very romantic. Have you seen a hag around here? Look, it's no secret the Ascani Reeds Trading Company employs a number of hags. Since the early revolution, we've prided ourselves in working with those who turned from the magicrats, including the many young women left scarred after the MHR, which stands for Mass Hag Recruitment. Nice. Was an initiative taken by several city-states during the Coast War to forcibly recruit and train young girls into hagdom. You're employing hags on Tolstad? A freelancer, yes. Her name is Lisa. She provides security, arcane knowledge, eldritch invocations, and divination. She's quite good. But unfortunately, she's off on a private matter, from what I understand, so she is unavailable at the moment. Hello, Maria. Are you gay, yes or no? Great question. When did she leave? I'm not entirely sure. Last week? Something like that? Did she leave right around the time of the tea shop explosion? It's possible. Is she involved with the tea shop? Not from what I know. Although I do understand if it's something you'd keep an eye on. I imagine any esoterically minded individual or creature in the city would be under suspicion. Even our hard-working hag. What a thing to say, man. What a thing to say. Where does she live? In a hut. It's usually parked on top of our headquarters here. Parked? It moves. You know how hags are. Can she cast fireballs? Oh, I don't think so. I remember those funny magma hags on the burned coast, but beyond that, I don't think I've ever heard of a hag casting spells like that. Lisa only deals with typical hag magic. So she's a witch? She thinks about your question for a while. I think there's a distinct difference between hags and witches. I'm not entirely sure what they are. This orc is the wrong person to ask about esoteric things, I'm afraid. Where can I find her? I just chiding? Love the live? Oh, kidding. Love the live. Okay. Gotcha, Maria. No clue. Freelancers go where they please. She might have left the city as far as I know. She'll turn up eventually, though, I'm sure. Alright, let me know if she shows up. I need access to the guild warehouse. Of course! We could have that arranged. It could take some time, of course. Security clearance and such. Unless? I suppose it could be sped up if you were to help me out with a matter I'm dealing with at the moment. Would you be interested? I could hear it out. Great! She walks over to her drawer and pulls out several papers. I got a perfect task for a strong cleric like yourself. She stuffs the yellow documents in your hand. APHAs. Ah! Cool. Every good entrepreneur knows about these. An economic free strider accord? That's the one. An Ascani economic free strider accord. We've been unable to hand them out previously due to the number of legal reasons that are being stripped away once we If we land in a good position of the future government. So in preparation, we're opening talks with a number of local entrepreneurs. Having these handed out by an official cleric would make the process a lot more official, however, greatly expediting the process. At least our numbers seem to indicate that folk are much more agreeable to city officials than our own staff. I'm guessing you can assume why. The Free Striders are scary. Horrifying, really. She laughs. You got ADHD, so it's hard to write? Ah, I see. She taps the document in your hand. These are legal documents showing every clause in the local EFA. Very generous terms that will greatly assist the local corporations in growth, revenue, and stability. We're not all talk, you know. We do actually support local infrastructure and businesses quite heavily. And the first step is getting those businesses to actually join our accord. You want me to hand out contracts? Yeah, mostly for them to take a look at. Once we get 3 Tolstad businesses on paper, we'll have to meet our pre-election quota. That will make my bosses very happy. That will make me very happy. 3 businesses, huh? Yeah, of course. If you want to deliver them to more, just go ahead. The businesses need to be established, but not necessarily registered. If you're not sure, you can hand them out anyway. Off the top of my head, I can recommend visiting Viskin's Lich House and the Drunk Sphinx, of course. I'm sure you can find more. She winks. Come back once you've handed them out. I'll be sure to return the favor. Free Striders. Tell me more about the Free Striders. You want to know more about the Free Striders? Just in general? Yeah, fill me up on knowledge. Okay then. Go ahead and ask. Yes! Yes! I don't particularly want to stand here and learn about liberalism, but what is the Free Strider ideology? Good question. You want the long or short answer? Long. The Free Strider ideal is a dream of democratic rule and freedom for all. In the wake of the Arcanist oppression, the folk of Reeds banded together and put a stop to the fighting, established republics along the coast and around the lake. They sought democracy, the choosing of their own fate, and built upon personal liberty and freedom. I'd say that's a good summary of the Free Strider ideal. Where does it come from? The Free Strider movement? It originated in Old Dimenor towards the end of the Coast War. It said that soldiers spread the word to one another, even between opposing armies. Eventually, once the magical powers waned, the common folk managed to rebel. So you could say it's all a big response to Arcanist tyranny and the oppressive force of magocracy. Your silly machine sure is thinking a lot. It do be like that. Thanks for the story. You're welcome. Free Striderism is the only way forward, obviously. Every other form of rule has led to a complete chaos, and or less fortunate conditions for literally everyone involved. The Reedsian dream is possible. It's coming. It's here. I don't like the Free Striders. Ah, well please, do go on. She crosses her arms and leans back. Shit, abort. She won't like you if you say something negative about this ideology. Why don't you like the Free Striders? The Free Striders are just lining the pockets of rich merchants. The common folk get nothing out of it. Huh. You sound like an Asgal. I'm just making a deduction, my lady. Bow your head and smirk. Sure. That's all the questions I had. Her eyes say, please don't use it as a verb. That's all the questions I have about free striding for now. What's that thing in the fireplace? What is that fucking thing in the fireplace? What the fuck is that? It's a shulk. Griffin on the roof? The orc laughs at your words. That really sounds like a magazine tale. I swear, I've read it at some point. It really does, right? Technically, the Griffin's not allowed to use our building as a nest. However, by sheer happenstance, it has become one of the many unwritten and unofficial exceptions around here. Or I've simply learned to make do, as one does. Can I fly on it? No, that's all about Griffins. Well, whatever. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Veer's not happy about the situation. I want to know more about you. Can I have that scroll over there on the desk? Oh, that? Just a little something left by my superior during his latest visit. Don't touch it, please. Thank you. Thank you, Veer. I can't pickpocket you because you have nothing. I'm gonna trifle the thing. DC 10 check protection from evil and good, and etc. What do you mean protection from evil and good and etc.? An incredible sword hanging on the wall. What do you mean, trifle? DC 19? One... Oh, Kattegat. Strength, Dex, Wisdom. We have to come back and steal all this stuff. It keeps shuffling about. Hello? It's fucking Tineful. Tinital, hired smoke, method. You look into the flames of the fireplace. You play Roblox? Sometimes. I didn't answer Graham's question at the end of yesterday's stream. My mouth hurts. Method, an elemental spirit formed by primal energies. They're known to be selfish and violent, yet useful when captured by controlling magic given the right incentive. A hissing voice calls out to you. Did your mother ever tell you it's rude to stare? Oh shit, look closer. Squat down and look closer. Your eyes adjust to the brightness of the fire. A figure lies upon the lit timber, like a puff of smoke materialized into a solid chunk. It's a method, a primal spirit. I apologize. Good, you know your place. I'm Tinital, terrible to meet you. Lovely to meet you as well. I don't care. It interrupts you. It looks back and forth between you and Snell. I'm in charge here, so don't do anything nasty, or I'll report you to the Tusk Lady. Tusk Lady? Amazing. Your goblin companion squints into the fire, then he whispers to you, I hate these things. Is there something I can do to get you to look the other way? Look, I'm bound here, you know. Only higher orders will allow me to look the other way. Higher orders? It sighs. A puff of smoke wisps into the air. If you were an elemental lord or something, that'd change things quick, but you're not, so... Danger, fear, pain. Prove that you're worthy elemental lord by sticking your hand into the fire. No thanks. Is there another way? I mean, I do have a sweet spot for crowns. Money can warp all laws of reality and esoteric forces. How big of a sweet spot? How about 500 crowns? Sure, something like that. I could look the other way for that. What would he need money for? This elemental does not seek value out of your coinage. He most likely enjoys the material itself. I can't afford that. Fair, you don't look like you would. Alright, I'm not gonna reach into the fire because that's gonna burn me to death. Yet. Yet. Oh, please don't post your username in my chat. You're like a guardian of this place or what? Something like that. I'm only obliged to attack you if you actually steal something. Oh really? Test the little guy. Steal what? They must have some kind of secret around here. You should push. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, you better. Keep staring closer. It stares back for a moment, and then blows a puff of smoky ash in your face. What the hell? Don't stare! Damn, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I need more cardamom cakes, man. I gotta eat another cardamom cake. Luckily I got all... Oh, don't. What quest is this? Here it is. Capital Dominion. I don't plan on doing anything funny like that, but... Yummy. A coastal hemisphere. Oh, it's a half sphere. The 8 bands. You see Divini Torum, Ascan, Reeds, and Vorgeni. Vorgeni? It accurately depicts the best calculated distances we've got. Divini Torum. A pointy coastline centered around a mountainous region at its center, marked as Peak of the Gods. Unnatural formations and shapes litter the landscape around it. The Gate Era remains, signs of a divine battle. The first of the 5 eras, when Jor crafted his realm and the gods fought to bring order. That was the Gate War. Further inland, you see a vast flat plain divided into perfect squares, some with moat-like rivers surrounding them. A name spans this area. It says Golden Horde. Various city-states are placed along the mountains on the coast. Towns and roads are marked out across the plains. A great and terrible band. The old Celestials hold great power here, with their stagnating states. Their tribute practices and semi-slavery methods have given them a unique position in the post-war coast. Ascan. You see the burned coast to the east, with the Ilum Forest covering the border with reeds. To the west are all the hills and mountains of Fordnip and Vizca. It says in big bold letters Norvik at the start of the river that cuts through the middle of the band. While this is your home band, you've only ever left the confines of Norvik once, and only to a neighboring river town. Remember that long ship trip? Terrible. Reeds, a vast temperate band, the coastline is bent into a large half-lake. Many city-states litter the landscape. Most are remnants of magocracies. Those who are not destroyed entirely during the Coast War. You see the Ilum Forest to the west and several marked-out areas on the map designated Cursed Ground. If the Great Wizard Kings remained, they could clean that up. For Jenny, a great highland, strangely shaped lakes, special markings designated gravity masses, floating spheres of farmland that are logically difficult to map out. The only real cities are placed along the coast. A line is marked out halfway towards the wastes. It says Frontier Gap, which is the great line drawn by a nomad tribe in Vorgeni. No outsiders are allowed past this line, yet many attempt to push it back. You've heard of this place and its beauty. Perhaps one day you will see it yourself. Hey Terfrossi, what's up, man? Spin it around. You do so, revealing the other 4 bands, those furthest away from your home band. You see Heiji, Kargamesh, Feltire, and Yim. You've never actually seen these bands, so who knows what they're like. Kargamesh's awesome tea. Heiji, a grand jungle with a handful of mountain ranges splitting the band into a spiral. It looks like a maw. Several parts of the map are drawn very abstractly. We don't have proper information on large swaths of this band. It is simply too dangerous to map it out properly. There are people who do not wish to share the knowledge of their home. One of the few points actually marked out is Lake Kuja, near the border of Varangi. Lake Kuja is a saltwater lake found in the jungles of Heiji. Connected with a similar lake found in the Undercoast, many argue it should be considered one body of water, the only of its kind to pass the gravity flip beyond Jor's Sea itself, which is a name for the Great Sea, which the band surrounds. Oh, I see. So it is kind of like this. This is a strange looking shape, man. Would I make burgers into a king? The Burger King? Kargamesh. 2 vast deserts with pockets of magical green across. The rocky savanna of the west and the far-reaching dunes of the east. Divided by the vast river ravine, the Bay of Four, at the peak of which lies the legendary city of Ukul. It is also marked by vast symbols for other undercoast ravines which connect with the various cities. The stereotypical exotic land beyond the coast. You've read many tales set in this wondrous land. The Sand of the Orient and Emerald Serpents. And the Feltire? Red and white plains with great forests to the east and deserts to the west. A wonderful feature of the map, you can actually make out the corpse of Gorgorian as he lay upon Blood City Bay. Truly a fascinating landmark. One of those wonders of the world you should see once before you die. At Yim, the walled band, large portions of the map are blank. They're marked out as Igaria's inner wall. The outer god of the Yim elves, dead or missing since the Coast War, along with all the others. You know very little of this land, indeed. As does everyone else. You do know the Yobukadori hail from this band originally. Maybe this is where the drummer wanted to go. Though he's probably not that stupid. Jor's Sea on the top half of the sphere. Jor's Sea is the blue top half of the hemisphere. Crazy looking fucking planet, man. Above the strip of land, you see 1,000 little islands and islets marked out, along with the common trade routes. But the further you go, the fewer markings upon the blue. Only the Far Isles can be found up there. The islands found deep in Jor's Sea, even further than Middle Edge, known for their aberration inhabitants and the legendary pirate treasures hidden all around. The Middle Edge is a point deep within Jor's Ocean, around the gravity flip, where the aquatic folk have built cities within stable water bubbles. A handful of pipe mountains pierce these bubbles, allowing a dry connections with the undersea and the Great Ocean Islands, populated mainly by Anura and merfolk, which is aquatic fish people. They're found mostly around the islands and underwater nations of the Middle Edge. At the top it says Jor's Point, the legendary First Gate. Based on archaeological evidence, the beasts of Jor believe Jor to have first entered this realm at this location, at the farthest point of Jor's Sea, right where all the bands collide. None who have tried sailing to this point have ever returned. Beyond that, off the coast of Heiji, you see Salto del Sapo Alegre, and below reads you see the text Middle Edge. Salto del Sapo, one of the most famous port cities, nested on the island right off the Heiji mainland, ruled by a ruthless pirate clan, primarily composed of catfolk. Oh. This is a sea hemisphere. There are full globes that depict the land in more detail as well. However, since there is no consensus on exact distances, due to entirely to the unstable esoteric natures of both inland and seaward, whether people view Jor's realm as a hemisphere or a globe is up to the use cases. Seaward is a term for travel points between the coast and towards Jor's Point. Turn the king into a burger? Truly. Why is it a hemisphere? It's not always depicted this way. If you look across the room, you can see a full globe version as well. However, the scholarly modern depicting of the world is indeed a hemisphere, purely for practical reasons. Travel across the deeper parts of Jor's Sea can be done via arcs across the ocean, while travel across land of the sort that in any way approaches the endless wastes will likely result in getting lost in long marches. This is extremely difficult to understand. You have to spend months studying esoteric geography at the towers. Spin it back. You do so seeing the 4 bands closest to you. Emotionally, at least. What a wonderful depiction. There is a globe. I see. Interesting. Oh. Is this just outside? It is. And is this just downstairs? Down to the docks! Let's talk to this esoteric motherfucker. Can I add you on Roblox? No. Awake Evictness, the doctor. Holy shit, dude. Level 1 with almost all 11 flat stats goes crazy. Trifle me. He's got 35 cents! DC 13, though. That's gonna get me caught. Hey, man. Along the docks, you see a bustling of humans and dwarves, cargo moving about among hearty, salty waves hitting the pier. The grand port of Waterlane. You see only a glimpse of the dockyard from here. This is where the business happens. Though this is a quiet side, looking across the span, you see most ships are docked on the West Walk, or Waterlane West, or whatever they call it these days. On the edge behind the Free Strider HQ, a number of workers are hanging about, drinking and talking. One of them, a long-haired dwarf with droopy eyes, throws you a cool-headed nod. You look like a cleric. What's up? Nothing much. Work is over for some, starting for others. It's like a tidal wave hitting the shore, you know. Like a never-ending search for capital. What's your story? My story, man? Yeah. Nah, I'm just being polite. Alright. Oh! I'm not that interesting. I just did like what most exiles did. As the VK got all stale and no one could find a job, we moved downriver. What? I dropped my ring. Earth was really cool back in the day with all that stuff. My dad took me and my sister all the way down. We worked in the GSP, you know? I never got into construction myself, but since I finished school, I've been on the docks. Not here. I've only worked on Waterlane for a year or two, but I've been all over the city, really. The GSP outlet, Ice Bay Point, North Housing. Had a gig with a factory on North Wall before the Bone Purge, but they shut down once they took down the zombies, so yeah. Not a huge fan of the Free Striders, but the AR pays well. Nice folk, too. Beyond that, I'm looking for a wife at the moment. Had my eyes on this gal who lived on the hills last year, but she liked my friend Jag more. I don't blame her. He's got a real nice mustache, though it's getting really hard saving up for a house these days. So, not sure if I'll ever afford the whole family life, you know? Maybe I should vote Ascalist. Are you done? Ah, what a lovely story. Huh. A regular dwarven tale. Typical below-average worker. This is not a hustler. Thanks for asking. Clerics don't usually act all nice and kindly, you know? He goes in for a fist bump. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I'm a proletariat at heart, man. What can I fucking say? What can I fucking say, man? Hear Snell audibly yawn behind you. Fuck you, Snell. Goodbye, citizen. Maybe you should vote Ascalist? That's what I said, man. Maybe you should vote Ascalist. They won't save you, though. Not gonna get in through here without permission. Good to know. Alright, do not feel like talking to her at all, because she's no bureaucrat. There are no bureaucrats here. Alrighty then. I think this is... It's not sundown, is it? It's not sundown. Good to know. So, that's that. Pillar Crossing. Where do we need to go now? So this is the rub. I guess our next stop is... Well, we have to go back to the tea house to investigate, but our next stop is down in the dungeon, man. I would like to get my fucking... my journal for tonight, but... We can go back to Viskin's lair and try to get the guy to move out of the way. Or we can try the Temple of Earth and try pocketing the guy's key. Or we can go back to the guard tower and start reading. Maybe we do that? Fucking water lane. Water lane these nuts, man. This is Pillar Crossing. Not where I'd like to be, but where I'll end up regardless. Please tell me there are no more assassins creeping about. Dormitory is out of commission.
The city below. It's the city below the city.
Tolstad, Tolstad? We gotta go Tolstad either way. I think that's... what's his name's place? Wait, I haven't been to any of the bars either, but... very esoteric. Opens at 1800, the Drunk Sphinx. Damn. Only 1600. Let's go to Viskin's lair. Let's see if we can't get ourselves into the Undercroft. It is still daylight out. Good. The smell of salt. Oh, can I check you again, Viskin? I got a perfect check on Viskin. Just kidding. I'm fucking chill about it, dude. I'm chill about it. Oh, he's gone. Oh. That helps a lot, actually. A basket of apples. Oh, 3 apples, you say? I think I'm gonna need them. Empty box except for the stale treat and a pouch. Thank you. They're prepping me to go down. Glow glass. You approach the crate full of sand. They've imported sand to Norvik? Hey, Armor, what's up? For what? Glass blowing? Inspect the crate. You notice a little marking on the back with the letters HBWT. The lid has been tossed behind it. Looking closer, you can see how the lid has been bludgeoned. There's splinters, and the nails that are supposed to keep the crate shut have been ripped out. Look at the sand. The crate is filled to the brim. Why would they crack open a crate like this? By the great men of Dimenor, this is cursed sand of the Maw, also known as mosquito sand from Heiji. Whatever you do not touch it. Hey Chanel, what's up with this weird sand? Goblin glances over, you see what you're doing. Let's see, that's, his eyes shoot open very wide. Nope, back off right now. He pushes you away from it. Listen to him, he's above you. You know, that bad, huh? Yep, do not touch this shit. As the two of you take a few steps back from the crate, he takes a breath. That cleric is a crate of mosquito sand. Without explaining further, the goblin sneaks up behind the crate and grabs the lid. Moving carefully than you've ever seen him move before, he gently places the lid on top of the crate once more. Something must have startled it to make it push the lid open like that. He wipes some sweat from his brow. Thanks. You're welcome. Now let's leave it the fuck alone. A knife! Ah, don't mind if I do. A broken sword. A standard issue Earthguard blade. One-handed usage, lightweight, crap quality. Makes you feel like a big man, an agent of the state. It's also broken in half, but if you lean tactically, you might be able to hide that fact from your enemies. Hello, Sal. Or L. This door's to the inside of the tunnel. Stairs leading down far into the city below. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, look who it is! Look who I want to talk to right now. Can I get another examine on you? I can't. Already beheld you. Today. Back around lunchtime, you say? Get examined. Get re-examined. Oh, get perfect examined. Just kidding. You mind if I trifle your pockets for nothing? The elf looks you up and down as you approach. Human? Show my primal attunement. Oh! You kneel. Huh? You need to prove it. Your attunement to nature. Interesting. Yes. She places the bowl from her desk to the ground before you. You must show that you've learned in your studies. The primal forces are complicated, but you can still sense the tingle of Jor's strings for every branch and mushroom. Hold your hand over the bowl. As you reach out, the elf hums. Huh. She then moves the bowl ever closer to you. You've attempted this before, it did not go well. You believe that is all that is required. Magic is not an exact science, despite what the instructors in the towers used to tell you. The esoteric in your realm does not conform to rules. That is the only rule they truly follow. Now feel the oily mushrooms inside this bowl. Ooh. The strings within them, around them. Grab one of them, change it. Twist a string. Oh God. I'm being attenuated to the green color. At first, nothing. Then, a twinge. Whatever you touched, it's connected with the spores. They grow, the growth, the decay. You did little, but you did something. The elf nods. What did I do? You ruined my fucking brew. Shit. Ah, sorry. She laughs. You caused the fungi in the bowl to change acidity. It's subtle, but it's there. You performed an act of druidcraft, human. Use druidcraft to unlock unique interactions with the natural world. The goblin looks up, giving an uncharacteristically stunned expression. I did? She gives you a lecherous smirk. Nessun grabs the bowl and pours the mushy mushroom onto the ground. The contents wriggle before you. I made the mushroom come to life? She looks up, reassuring you. No, they are supposed to move like that. You did not perform that big of an esoteric feat. Not yet, at least. She chuckles and puts the bowl back on the desk. Perhaps you can be one human I share knowledge with, if that's what you think. I love plants. Please do. I want to learn. Very well. What do you want to know, human? I want to learn how to speak with animals. That shouldn't be too hard. Here, a spell scroll to get you started. Cast it when you have an animal to speak with, and you should be able to hold up a conversation as long as you can keep up. What is druidcraft, really? Huh. I would call it the most useful path of communication with nature. It could be used for many things, but for you, I would suggest focusing on the basics. Use it to move peacefully through the roots and to show your balanced nature to those primal spirits who roam below. Can druids create magical food? Certainly. There's a spell that would be very useful for you since you're on the run all the time. Good apples. It creates 5 apples, which can feed a grown man for a full day. Apples, huh? I don't have the spell scroll, sorry. But I do seem to remember I handed one to Moongore. She might keep one in the roots of poo. Ugh, gross. Moongore, one of the Sage Leaf's enforcers. A bugbear. Lovely woman. Quite the bite on her. What is she implying? How can I get the good apple spell scroll? Just tell her I sent you. Moongore and I are friends, you see. Good. Can nature protect me? Of course, with bark skin. I do have a spell scroll of it, but it's down in the roots, below the garden. If you pass by, take it. I keep a cache hidden underneath Lord Pooh. Pooh is Elvish for tree. Ah, some kind of animated tree, I suppose. Something like that. We have a password, just say, Minin Sakiskus Pooney, and he'll open right up. I fucking bet he does. You can have the other stuff inside as well, since Sage Leaf wants you to succeed. Minin Sexy. That should translate to the equivalence of my sexy tree. Sex. Dwarven for the number 6. Never stops being funny. Sex is the trait that determines whether a sexually reproducing organism is of a male or female half of reproduction. Also a useless distraction. Sex is fun. Oh, great, thanks. You're welcome. She gives you a creepy smile. Just give the password and he will grant you access. She hid the spells in his penis. She hid all the spells underneath that guy's foreskin. What are these primal forces? Nature. That includes, but is not limited to, elementals, life, anything that grows, really. It is that all which exists at the core of all. That which exists at the core of all. But even after alterations, it remains within. Generally speaking. A clump of ore will be more primal than a forged blade. In short, the primal emerges from the natural energies. A decent explanation. What differs primal from arcane and divine? She squints and stares at you for a while. The answer to that could be many. I could lean forward towards saying that they differ only in origin, but that origin makes all the difference in the world? How do you mean? I don't know. It's like forces that flow through Jor's strings. Some flow from divine sources, some flow from natural primal sources. The arcane, it's more like plucking those strings themselves. Editing the rules. Something like that. She gives you a slow nod. Thank you for the magic questions! I have more questions about druidic magic. Just kidding, no I don't. That's it, bye. Yes, very good. Very good indeed. We now have Speak with Animals. I don't remember getting Enhance Ability either, but we are collecting spells. I am collecting spells. I am now of Primal Kin. Look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me go. Alright. Should we hit the Undercroft? That might be a bad decision, but I'd like to explore it a little before 1800 rolls around, and then I hit all the funnies. Oh, I should pray as well. Oh, there's a stone! Oh, look at this! The thing that I needed. Can I just... Oh, Druidcraft is a cantrip. Whispering to the spirits of nature, you create a tiny harmless sensory effect that follows you. This effect allows you to engage with primal entities that would otherwise hide from your presence. So I just have this one all the time. Oh, look at me! Because we also have to come back up and get the, getting all the funny spells, dude. I've got all the spells. I have all the spells and then some. 1 cantrip, 10 spells. We can speak to animals now, so we can speak to that griffin or that cat. Those are the only 2 animals I can think of. Oh, well. Alright, down into the dungeon, I suppose. Oh, God in heaven, dude. The city below. The city below the city. Oh, it's a big-ass staircase, too. We can't do any funny, like, oh, I'm gonna fall in and never come back type beat either. Because I have to go get my spellbook. And taking a step forward, you touch a thin cord. Something soft latches itself around your ankle. A contraption is now set in motion. There's no time to... It's a... trap. It's a trap. Avoid the trap. That's a natural failure. It tightens around your boot with a violent tug. You're forced to the ground, hitting the back of your head on the steps. Before you can even react, your entire body has been dragged over the edge. Cleric! Flail and scream. You're falling, but not far. With a painful snap, your descent has stopped, and now you're simply left hanging. It seems like I'm in a bit of a pickle. The goblin leans out over the edge with a frown. The mechanism is below, I just can't reach it. I could try to grab you once you make it up here, but you gotta do most of the work yourself. Can't you get a rope or something? No time, just take a deep breath, you can make it. How long can I hang like this? Not long. Your skull is pooling. Within minutes you will lose control of your mind. Humans can stay upside down for approximately up to 10 minutes. However, major issues might occur after only half that time. Suggestion, don't stay upside down. Look up at the rope. It's snared tight around your boot. Should keep you hanging for a long time. You see how it's connected to a series of pitons, wedged below and in the side of the stone walkway. Next to you is a hanging rock. It acts as a counterweight. A terrifyingly efficient yet surprisingly simple contraption. Whoever set this up is an expert. You had no chance of noticing it before it went off either. The trigger must have been a hair-fine cord or something. Gave you less than a second to react. Help! So, what's the plan here? You're going for a somebody help or just a guttural fear-inducing howl? Somebody help! Your voice echoes up and down the stone spiral. After a few seconds it fades. If you don't shut up, I'll cut the damn rope. Now climb. DC 2? Alright, let's chill. A final deep breath. You feel the numbness spread as you heave upwards, one gloved hand grabbing the rope, then another. Through sheer power, you pull your entire body weight upwards, climbing higher and higher until a green claw grabs your hand. The goblin companion groans as he helps you up. You roll over the edge. Get the rope off. Your fingers dart around your ankle, desperate to remove the latched rope. You rip it off and toss it to the side. Deep bloat your silly machine. Best of luck, man. Free? Safe. Alive. Laugh like a madman. Your laughter rings out in the empty chasm below. Have you lost it or what? A rush of dopamine was released once you made it over the edge. This is a natural reaction to having survived a near certain death. You take a deep breath. Air fills your lungs. You are alive. Thanks, Schnell. He nods. That was a nasty trap. I don't think I would have noticed it either. Your companion looks disturbed. Still, don't let that happen again. Check the rope. Extremely sturdy rope. Thick, soft to the touch. Basquill hemp. The type to grow on the border between Heiji and Cargamesh. Whoever placed this trap is an extremely well-funded or highly resourceful individual. At the knots, you see a series of burned-in letters. Someone's left a message on the ends of the rope itself. Behold, Bulbaslop! Trade! Fucking Bulbaslop. They got the damn... Whoever's trying to kill me loves the idea of Bulbaslop. Don't know what that means, but I don't like the look of it. Really, really don't. Oh, there's my cantrip. Oh, Shrumbo. Glowing mushrooms must be tasty. That's swamp extract, brother. Glowing mushrooms, it must be tasty. Swamp extract is good for casting spells. But we have plenty of apples. I would rather save my spell slots and just eat the apples. Apples. Ah! All shrubbers. These are the funny stairs. They look like they end. Oh, is that a mouse? Oh, if it isn't the Pillar of Jaw! We don't want to go down here. God, now it's all scary all of a sudden. The game was fine for a hot second. It's a long way down. This abyss will swallow your soul. Excuse me, Mr. Rat. Dude, stop. But if it isn't Joel... Oh god, oh god, oh god, it's a maze. It's a big-ass maze. That's the city below. We got there, and that's the city below. Excuse me, Mr. Rat. The rat! We could trifle him. I could just pick him up. A white rat? Thanks. A white rat. It acts shyly, but approaches you nonetheless. It looks like it doesn't really want to get grabbed by you, but it also doesn't fight it. Instead, it just follows along, sort of not very happy with the situation, but, what can you do? Why is it -1 charisma? That's such a good pickup. A shard of Jor. Big ass door. A door. How interesting. You approach the firmly shut door. They appear to not open. I hate these things. Dungeon? Have you looked around? Sprouting? In a figurative sense, I think. Horrifying? Yeah. In a logical sense, at least. Hate? Exaggeration? What? What? Snell gives you a kind of look of a grandmother would give her least favorite grandchild right after he's questioned the mortality of stealing. Never mind. OWD. One-way door. He taps the wooden surface. Completely impervious to damage and force, unopenable via whatever esoteric bullshit keeps this place afloat. Unless you stand on the other side of it, at which point it opens like a door of a friend on a robe-light night. So I'll need to find the other side in order to open it? That's the logic here, yes. Right. We'll have to keep an eye out. Alright, that's how you get out of the dungeon, then. The city below. Fucking god, dude. This fucking music. Not later armored. DC 10, the wall here is a door. Oh? Look at me. Look at me noticing all the noticeables. You detect something unusual about this section of wall, specifically the ornate skull. This is a doorway. What's up? Point at the wall. He squints at it. Oh yeah, that's just the passage to the crypt. You know about all the secret doors down here? Just this one. It's right by the roots. It changes every month or so if we don't keep watch. Gotta make sure it stays closed. Ever since you clerics stopped doing delves periodically, the undead issue has gotten a bit messy. Understandable? Yeah. Anyway, if you want to check inside, you could probably hit the tile there. Run your hand along it. You glove fingers trace the stone. Smooth, cold, ordinary. But wait. Slightly warmer. A tile, distinct from the others. Press the tile. You push. A soft click. The wall shudders, then slides open. Revealing a dark passage beyond. Cold air rushes out. The smell of old stone and dust. Sweet! I'll keep my sling ready. The city below has no map? Earth's first crypt. No, no, no. No, no, no. What do you mean there's no map? What do you mean there's no map, dude? What do you mean there's no map? We gotta do Jor's statue eventually, but... We are in a fucking dungeon right now, dude. Thousands of dead. Ah, I hate this place. A literal pile of skulls. Thousands, each a life taken by war, suffering, and time itself. Eternal cycle. You'll join them soon. This is insane. So many bodies. You know well about this. This was the first of the containment crypts. The first? Oh, this is Earth's first crypt, built for himself, by himself. Oh, cube! These bones belong to curse victims, those claimed by the Curse Land horrors. Destined to rise as undead hordes, Earth sent many expeditions to the east, each in attempt to reclaim the spirits, the literal bones of those who were left behind. Entire ships were loaded with the many, many bodies brought ashore to Norvik, then put into these crypts. Unmarked graves, yes, but consecrated all the same. An attempt at total redemption. Putting them all into the city was a pretty ballsy move. It was. And as you can see, it was a success. These bones do not move. They are not held in the crazed vitriol of negative necromantic energy. They are at rest, even in this horrid state. Watch them carefully. They do not move. So these are all the people who died in the Cursed Lands. Yes. The greatest tragedy of your people. This is how they ended up, simply due to the issue of numbers. There were too many bodies to give proper burial rites to each of them, even after burning the flesh. Since ocean or river burials are even more problematic due to the horror issue, this was the best option. Oh, another rat. A rat. A black rat. Yes, more rats, more rats. Grab the rats, grab the rats. A black rat. It glares at you ominously, but otherwise doesn't even try to fight as you grab it. It's clearly given up on any kind of self-preservation or happiness, or hope for societal improvement, or maybe you're reading too much into it. If we get all 3 rats and we equip them all, do I turn into a rat? Oh, it's a skelly, and he wants to fight. It's a skelly, and he's loaded up. Well, should we give it to him? We could shield of faith. I don't have turn undead, do I? I could bless. I don't know. Shield of faith would be a good pick. Excuse me, sir. A horrid noise in the dark. Moving, a mess of rusty iron and clattering bones moves towards you. No, no, no. I hate the crypts. It calls to you. Let's roll initiative. I hate my fucking dexterity, dude. Everything sucks all the time. Incoming undead, it is set on killing you. No shit. Destroy it. Don't you have some holy magic against this thing? The goblin brings out his sling. In one swift move, he launches a projectile towards the abomination. It flies right through its open rib cage. Taking stilted steps towards you, the skeleton raises its sword in hand. Fucking hit me. The blade comes down, striking you in the shoulder. A bone-chilling shriek emanates from the skull. Be afraid, this is a warrior of old. Too late to run away, but you gotta stay loose or this thing will cut you to pieces. The bones are outside of the body. They must return. Clearly, any type of piercing or slashing damage would be near useless against the creature. Blunt force is what you need. Punch the skeleton. I'm gonna have to dodge. Can I just tell it to stop? Fucking how? Skelepathically? Yeah, no, talking ain't gonna help you here. Would hugging it help in any way? Nope. Give him a hug. I mean, I guess I mean, I can't, even if I roll a natural 20, I don't know, I gotta dodge. Yeah, I'm dead. You attempt to move with the attacks, but you just end up stepping on your feet. Nearly falling over, but not quite. This might be your last chance. The skeleton is growing more and more frantic. Focus! Letting go of his sling, the goblin instead goes in for a kick to the skelly shins. While the creature's jittering about, still manages to hit it, sending it scrambling to regain balance. Now get him! The skeleton is off balance and missing its next strike. It flies past inches from your face. It's useless, the bones are too strong. Stell, help! They're trying! And you're the fucking cleric, use your magic or something. Oh! No, inflict wounds doesn't work. Look for weakness. 20. Oh my god, D20 roll? Alright, hit it with necrotic then. Oh! Your swing misses the skeleton completely as it jitters back in an unnatural fashion, as if it's animated by some foul punch dodging force. More or less. Bones and iron stabilize in front of you, focusing on its only task. It hasn't been long, but now you realize the skeleton's getting its bearings. This will be the end. That's right, come here, you piece of shit. The goblin lines up a shot with its sling and mutters, "I've got you now." The skeleton's just about to strike when Snell rushes its legs, a full-body slam. He causes the thing to completely fall over, crashing onto the hard ground. Huh, that's what you get. I didn't do a thing! I didn't do a fucking thing! The bones spill on the ground, a pile of dust and scrap. No other threats. This skeleton must have been the only garden. Thank you, Snell. You're welcome. You did good, too? Why do you put yourself in these situations? The goblin leans on his knees, panting. God, I hate the crypts. He raises a finger and wags it. Nothing good ever came from constructing a crypt. You either get a cursed place filled with death or a meat grinder filled with undeath. They can be a little cozy. Are you insane? Look at this place. It's like a bang from somewhere far away echoes down the hall. The goblin jumps, a shiver down your spine. When the chamber grows silent once more, a scent of death still lingers. He clears his throat. Fuck this place, let's go. Hold on, I gotta make sure the warrior gets what he deserves. Which is? Some respect. A good old-fashioned looting. Right, I get it. I'll do what I must. Ruined armor, broken sword, but that helmet, though. -2 charisma? Certainly not. Intelligence and constitution is a very funny helmet. Taken from an undead in the city below, this helm was worn in the early days of Norfolk by those powerful spell-slinging clerics who served Earth in his reconquest. It even has some glowing esoteric runes on the inside. Burgrunden Skakar, Av Ermacht, Du Trollkarl of Earth, Mamarkin for Evigat Varadin. A mace. Hang on, we should save. We should save, and I should, let's eat some apples. A mace, you say? Oh. The Mace of Terror. You reach for the mace. The metal feels wrong. Got yourself a nice weapon, huh? Grip it hard. As your gloved hand wraps around the handle, a chill runs up your spine. Not just cold. Something else. A presence. Watch out. Nothing. Just the empty crypt. But, you good? The goblin looks concerned. Did you see that? Just look at the mace again. Cleric? You look down at the mace. Something is very, very wrong with it. What, is it cursed? Did I just get cursed? No, it's... There again. Shit, look out! The figure! In the periphery! Watching! Spin around. Nothing. Gone. This mace is haunted. Cursed, perhaps. This thing is haunted. What? He stares at the mace. You sure? I'm sure. Good. Haunted weapons. Just what we needed. Damn this! You find this lovely weapon ready to take in the city's foundness, and you simply cannot wield it. The horror, like some unfleshy ghast, came to haunt you. It's too great. Keep it sealed. Keep it close. The spirit watches. Standard issue among the Earthguard. The soul of its previous owner is clearly haunting it. You see a dude staring at you out the corner of your eye whenever you wield it. Might be best not to use it in a fight. +2 constitution, though. -2 strength. +1 dex or +1 wisdom. Or +2 constitution, +1 wisdom. I think I would rather the extra dex. The extra constitution would be funny, though. 8 constitution, but 2 strength is crazy. I would like my stomach to be a little stronger. The tomb of a fighter. It's empty inside, except bone dust. So we're so rich. Dust from a bone grinder. Very fine, faintly sparkling, made out of unicorn horn or a whalebone or something. Can be used to recover a second level slot spell. Second level slot spell. The crypt of an archer. It's empty. Liar. The first tomb of Earth. Assuredly. This is it. This is the first place his body was placed 27 years ago. Your lord, your master, your god, Earth. Fallen and exhumed, like his city. Watch closely. This is how every divine dominion ends, with the cracking of an ugly tomb. This place is still holy, consecrated. Despite this, horrors still walk the grimy tiles. Earth's traces still linger here, as it should. Good to know. These go far up through Tolstad. This needs some kind of key. Okay, that was chill. I'd like to do a couple more. I don't want to hit the pillar yet. There really is no map, huh? There's no map. There's just no map. There's just no fucking map. That's just not what's gonna happen here. Oh. I was not expecting to find the Dark Elves so quickly. Or the roots, rather. Mushrooms. Mine now! Mine now! All the mushrooms are mine! This mushroom is mine. The most celestial part of the Great Bracken's Tree of Tolstad. It's Lord Pooh! They put the Lord Shit here! If we found him, the Lord of Shit. Among the tangled mess of vines and mossy rocks, you see the thick roots of a bracken tree that crack open the walls and ceiling of this half-dwarven, half-anticipalian chamber. It spreads like a 1,000-footed spider, the natural retaking the artificial. It is beautiful. Touch the roots. They are soft on the surface, a layer of moss. Hello. The tree doesn't respond. Alas, I don't think it's got a mouth. Or a brain. I guess you could talk to it with some magic. Then again, I'm no expert. Look beyond the roots. They are thick and create a vast, tight forest. However, there's something there. A space beyond the roots. So this is the bottom of the tree. Minun's Gesikas Puni? The roots slowly, but ever so slightly, widens, revealing the goods within. The cache has been revealed. Lord Pooh appears to allow you to loot its cache now. How polite. Yes! I love shit! The cache. 20 crowns, stone, 2 thingies, and Barkskin the spell. Look at me, that's a level 2 spell, huh? For the duration, your skin has a rough bark-like appearance, and you have resistance to all damage. All damage is halved for up to 4 hours. Very good. A shot of jaw. And a green... It's the green rat. Ah, the green rat. A green rat! It appears very aggressive until you get close, at which point it gives up entirely and allows you to carry it around wherever you want. Very funny. A bowyer? The wizard, you can find something interesting upon its petrified surface. Oh. There's something interesting about this petrified wizard. A figure stands before you, frozen in stone, completely petrified. Their arms are raised defensively, hands covering their face. A posture of pure terror. Basilisk victim. Nasty way to go. Why do you guys just have these statues in the area? We don't make the rules, cleric. The old lady would love to clean these up, but there are laws against it. This is designated as a dungeon area, not as in the jail-type dungeon, but as in dangerous monster territory. We find petrified victims, no matter how old, we're not allowed to even touch them. Only clerics can do that. Ah, we don't have clerics with spells powerful enough to reverse basilisk victims. That seems to be the case, eh? Anyway, try not to break this old sod. Examine the figure. The details are perfectly preserved in stone. Every fold of fabric, every strand of hair. Petrification captures everything in the moment of death. And the robes? Ornate robes with arcane embroidery. Wizard. The style is old, decades, maybe longer. From the arcane era by the look of it. Look at the cloak. Interesting. There's a rectangular shape pressed against their chest, a book clutched beneath the robes. It's been turned to stone along with the wielder. Try to see the book. You peer between the stone folds of the fabric. One page is partially visible. The text upon it still somewhat legible. Stone does not completely obscure ink if the pressure was hard enough. Lean in. The handwriting is cramped, a wizard's note. Most of the page is obscured by the angle in the stone, but one phrase stands out clearly. Written in bold lettering at the top. Read it. Master Hagenshags, I will learn. A formal phrase, like a student's oath. Or a passphrase. Hagenshags. This is the name of one of the greatest house of arcanists in Old Dimenor. You commit it to memory. Somewhat interesting, I suppose. Mr. Dicksuck Hagenshag. It is I, Dicksuck Hagenshag. Moongore! Hello, Moongore! A bugbear. A brute, a beast, and a warrior. She could break you easily. A petrified bow. +1 dex and constitution. That's a little better than a crossbow. Well, no, because the crossbow is dex and wisdom. Much prefer that to constitution. A bow wielded by some great adventurer centuries ago. Unfortunately, the adventure ended at the gaze of a basilisk. The bow is 100% esoteric rock. Such a horrifying visage. stepping in front of the petrified person statue, you get a sudden sense of paranoia, as if someone's listening. It's difficult not to, you're kind of loud. Over here, buddy. By the nose. That voice must be some kind of telepathy. Find the source. Huh? Your eyes land upon the nose of the stone statue. At the very tip you see something. Something tiny and unremarkable. A simple ant. Unremarkable? Stare at the ant. Are you inside my head? Aren't you just absolutely adorable? Stop calling me weird things. We are one of many. Freaking great to meet you, buddy. Don't smash it. An esoteric ant. You can call us One. We didn't really used to have a name, since we're a hive mind. So One will do for now. Glad to meet you, One. Good to meet you, too. Goblin stares at you, then stares at the statue. You having a moment or something? This is my companion, so he doesn't think I'm crazy, please. Right. Sup, dude? You a goblin? Chanel perks up and looks around. Psychic ant. Pointed. Oh! He gets ready to smash it. No, relax. We're alone, and we just need to ask for a favor. The goblin stops. Do you know how much trouble you cranium ants caused us? We had to hire a specialist just to get you to leave. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But we left. You won. So let bygones be bygones, and, as they say. He stares at the ant for a few seconds, then he frowns. Fuck it, sure. As long as you guys don't return, then fine. What do you want? We need your help. We were driven from the area a while ago, but we left me behind. We left me? The whole identity thing is really new to me. I've never been disconnected from the hive for so long before. It's really difficult. Being alone sucks. I wonder if I could join a hive. With that uniform, it looks like you already have. But if you help me out, how about we give you something in return? That sounds like a quest. I like quests. Okay, sure, it's a quest. We know the location of the secret stash. It's buried in the Undercoast Path, like below this place. Below the city below? Yeah, right below it. That's low. Sure is. The Undercoast Path leads all the way down to the Undercoast. Right past the gravity flip. Although you won't need to go that far down, it's too dangerous for someone like you anyhow. A single cranium ant is not dangerous. Their psionic strength is counted en masse. 1,000 of these are required to do anything beyond normal ant-sized power moves. You must help this creature. It's asking for your help, and it would really not be that much of a hassle. Be nice. Care the ant. I will get you to your brothers, my friend. Hey. You're a really cool guy, buddy. We should remember you as one of the good ones, once I get back, that is. Alright, so. Questing time. You should go down below to the Undercoast Path and then talk to the ant. Just pick him out of your pocket when it's time, or something like that. Thanks. Excellent. An ant, you say? A psychic ant, the type of aberration creature that you really don't have the expertise to deal with. Psionics is a whole nother bag, but he's polite enough, so let's see if we can help the guy out. Though his psionic presence does cause your muscles to atrophy for some strange reason. -2 strength, he's listening in on everything. Yo! The ant crawls around to your hand. One is a good name. It's a function. Don't get used to it. You don't have a name in your hive? Nah, no need. We're all one there. Creepy. Only nice to be part of a hive if you're the queen or king. Who you voting for? Election? Oh, I've heard about that. Sounds like you're kind of a way of emulating a hive mindness. You know, everyone's getting their voice to opinions leading to a unified direction. Sounds about right. Being in a hive mind would certainly make the whole process a lot easier. Yeah, it sure does. Although I imagine it's a bit different if you actually get to have an individual mind on things. You know, think about it yourself, by yourself, with yourself. Something to think about, huh? That's all for now. Thank you, Mr. Ant. Thank you, Mr. Ant. Alright, it's 1800. Let's go back up. That's a big-ass snail, by the way. Probably gonna spend the third day down here. Let's go to the big-ass staircase and get scared again. Oh, hello, Just a Bug. Summon another bug? Let me see what Just a Bug said. Ant, where? Just a Bug, we're talking to fucking psychic ants, man. We're talking to psychic ants. Okay. That's good. We need to do a couple things. 1800. Is this after sundown? If not, we'll just hit the bar. Because I want to explore the upper area before I explore the lower area. I also want to go read books. Nope, still sunup. But the bars are open. At least they should be. The Drunken Sphinx. Oh, bugs. Oh. Busy in here. Very busy in here. Well, if it isn't a sphinx. An old well. I'll do this first. You approach the old well, it's dry. And very, very deep. You can survive the fall. Do it. Look down the well. You only see darkness. Is this a wishing well? No. I wish I was the greatest knight in all of Ascani. Nothing happens. Won't you look at that? This must mean you're already the greatest knight, right? He's making fun of you. We will jump into the well last. I think it's making fun of me. But I will take that as not so serious. A jukebox? Your eyes take in the enticing green glow of the diskettes. Diskette is an esoterically infused stone disc which has been engraved with a spoken word spell. These have been mass-produced since the mid-arcane area. A spoken word is a second-level transmutation spell. It allows the caster to engrave a spoken message onto the surface. Whoever touches it will telepathically hear the message in their mind. However, this spell has been mostly used for the last 2 centuries in a way of mass-producing musical records. Oh, hells yeah. Now we're talking. So many nights spent looking over the track list. You just don't think about the time they threw you out for playing DLS 15 times in a row. Dillion's Last Stand, a classic dive bop that got really popular around the time you were born. All the Reedsian players know it. A poem about an adventurer who accidentally kills his companion and then pays all his treasure to resurrect him. These days, it's considered a slightly racist, however, the music track by the same name is still played around the coast. Check the other buttons. You press one of them and the mechanism inside doesn't activate. The jagged movement indicates that the deeper sprongles have broken off. Unfortunately, that means only the first 3 diskettes are playable. How about the Highland Fling? You press the button and the glowing diskette is pushed by a tiny metal sprongle. I love a good sprongle. Oh. This song appears to be hitting. A crystal connected with a speaker system touches the stone surface. And the music begins to play. Hell yeah. Play the disc called Act 1, Scene 7, Interlude, Let the Chains Be Dust. You press the button and the glowing diskette is pushed by a tiny metal sprongle. A crystal connected with the speaker system touches the stone surface and the music begins to play. Damn, some of these are kind of hitting. The Hill Waltz. You press the button and the glowing diskette is pushed by a tiny metal sprongle. Hill Waltz sounds about right. Hit me with the Highland Fling, though. Oh, I could pickpocket 5 incense off him. Hello, Raz. Bow for hire. Charisma check me. 8 to 15. That's chill. Goblin Hill. Hill Goblin. Level 8 Rogue. Wow, level 8, but his stats are that low? Lame. This is a massive, unregulated, confident, and highly problematic goblin supremacist. He will not debate you on it. He doesn't even see you as worthy of being alive. Goodbye, Armored. A focus killer, his body count must be in the hundreds. This type of man who wishes for nothing but the destruction of humanity, the Earth folk especially, and the downfall of all the invading species upon the shores of Ascani. Well, good for him, man. You're gonna let me talk to him? The scent of smoke fills your helmet as you approach the hooded goblin. He takes a drag from a pipe, his rough face illuminated. He gives you a glare. Stare at him. The hooded goblin does not reply at first, then he just looks at Snow with a foul frown. I see you're getting more crayon by the day. Fuck you. Keep staring at him. You hear him clear his throat slowly. I suggest bothering someone else, human. Glass him! You know this guy, Schnell? Sure, that's Raz. Ignore him, he's not interesting. The hooded goblin lets out a cloud of smoke. Listen to your pet, cleric. What was that? Did you say something, Raz? Pure rage is building in your companion. He only scoffs at Snell's question. I feel like there's some tension here. Both of them just quietly glare at you. What do you know about the tea shop? He doesn't know shit. The hooded goblin laughs. Need help, huh? Figured. Yeah, it's going really poorly so far. Underneath his hood, you see a smirk spread on the maw of the goblin. Good to hear. Now fuck off. Your companion turns to you and mutters, God, he's such a fucking cunt. Jesus. Who you voting for in the election? None of your fucking business. It is my business. He blows out a big cloud of foul-smelling smoke. There's some kind of organic bush in his pipe. Awful. Nah. Who do you work for? Why would I tell you? Why wouldn't you? Is it embarrassing? Do you work for, like, Viskin or something? The goblin freezes. What? He does! Wow, yeah. You didn't even need to pick up on anything there. Fuck off, human. That's so funny. What, you work for Viskin or something? Glass his ass. Glass him? Is that dangerous? You grab a half-filled glass from the table as the goblin watches you moments closely. That's his drink. You should put it down before he gets mad. Your companion gives you a careful look. He wonders what the hell you're about to do. Time to decide what glass him means, eh? Guess you can make it mean anything you want. Give him the glass. He grabs it and says thanks, and then he places the glass back on the table. Why? Why, dude? Why? That's Lich House Blues. Oh! Hey, Schnorr, what's up, man? You mind if I pocket you? He's got a dream patch, but he's just willing to hand it over. Thanks, bud. See a tiny man sitting in a tall chair, a glass of something strong clasped to his hands. Ah, my dear officer of the law, he slurs with a mischievous glint in his eye. Not a glint, that's pain. Almost spilling his drink. What you drinking? Ah, this is an elixir of paradoxes. He shows you the ale glass as if it was treasured to be guarded. A liquid contradiction, blurring the line between man and beast. He leans a bit too far to the left and almost falls off his chair. Anyway, come. Partake in the nectar of the gods, or at least what passes for it in this establishment, so we may find ourselves on the precipice of this grand experiment of democracy. He takes a big sip. What will you vote for, officer? Don't get him started. Asgalist, the workers shall rule. Ah, the workers. The heart and soul of our city, but rule? Can they truly rule, or will they simply become the new face of an old tyranny? Democracy is a delicate dance, my friend. When the music stops, who's left without a chair? The workers' paradise is a noble dream, but the dreams can sometimes turn into nightmares, especially when power gets involved. This gnome sure can talk. He is very inebriated. But now, since you are the carrier of the law in this here city, a good question would be, what is law? Oh gods. To carry such a burden of holding the law, would it not be fair to ask what it is? Think about it. Your answer will matter. Your choice could change the world, good knight of Earth. Cleric of the bourgeoisie. Law is power, those who wield it decide order. Law is peace, it is kept by it is to keep the chaos at bay. It's tyranny, it's oppression of those below. It's whatever the hell's I want it is. I don't know. What do you think, Schnell? Whatever Lady Sage Leaf says. I don't know. What do you think the law is? The gnome nods. In fact, he nods so hard his face hits the table. You hear him snoring softly. Party's over. Thank the gods. Alright. Good night, Mr. Appledent. Good to see you. What are those fucking dorks doing here, dude? Ah, Miss Nearly. Good to see you again. Her entire body jolts when she sees you. She's frightened by the Earthguard colors. I'm playing in a second, okay? Okay. Okay. You should play some debate music. Take your time. She finishes whatever she was doing to the instrument. Alright, let's hear this shit. This isn't really a dancing tavern, otherwise you'd go wild. Let her play. Okay, here we go. Alright. Now we're tavern posting. Well, if it isn't Agent Vera, you mind if I steal your stuff? 10 DC for 7 crowns? No shot. Oh, that's Oliz. That's Olsiz, the Vault Guardian. That's a wisdom check? Oh! Oh my god! Level 14 Gina Sphinx. Monstrosity. My charisma's higher than hers, Obegalol. But I'm not nearly as smart as she is. Thousands of years spent guarding a hole in reality. Remember, her perception is based beyond your ability to conceive. For her, a day is a fleeting moment, unless you make it memorable. A giant sphinx gives out riddles. A woman searching for something. Anything, even remotely interesting about these scurrying mortals. Why else allow them into her lair like this? She's not being exploited. Whatever deal she struck with the tavern keeper, this beast of Jor could break it at any moment. None of them hold any power over her, yet she cannot leave. Resentment. Anyone sane, with even a sliver of mortal understanding, would feel resentment after being stuck in one spot for millennia. Olz, this oh-so-powerful creature, feels a hint of resentment towards her masters. Perhaps that is why she entertains this fleeting moment. Lawful good. Oh, it's the dorks again. Yo, what up, lads? An angel, really? She wasn't weird. She had eyes, like glowing eyes, but actual eyes. And she wasn't floating? She wasn't floating, not always. So she could float. She talked to you? Yeah. Why? That's a good question, Sten. Like, actually. Why would you ever even think about talking with a Celestial? The lanky boy snaps his fingers, and a bit of a spark appears. Let me start from the beginning, okay? Rolo crosses his arms. Go ahead. I was at the palace, around those fancy mansion apartments. Before you ask, my great-aunt lives there. Right. She was the old lady who was in the newspaper Astrid Timberhole. An old noble woman who was in all the papers a year back. She had lived with a horde of strange mimics for several years, and everyone just thought she was crazy. Eventually, the Pest Control Guild took care of it and made for one hell of a story. Oh yeah, I read about that. She lived with the mimics for a whole year, didn't she? Yeah, whatever. I'm telling the story. Alright, I'm gonna cut in right there. Oh, hello, cleric, sir. Hey! You've created a scene. What's this about a Celestial? The lanky kid shakes his head profusely. No, nothing. I was just joking around. Crossfolk attraction is very valid in our progressive city of Norvik. You don't have to be ashamed of your interest. The lanky kid looks distraught. She looks like a human, okay? It's not weird. Your goblin companion hides his face inside his palms, except the glow and the floating. Yeah, but like 90% is just, you know, hot girl. 90%? Oh god, it's this fucking kid. That's a lot of hot girl. Yeah. Most hot girls don't even reach 90%, Rolo says, unable to keep a straight face. He sighs. No, okay, I'm sorry, niece. I don't mean to be like that. I'm just saying you shouldn't obsess over some girl, angel or not, that you don't even know. You mean like you used to do over Modissa? Rolo's eyes show wide open, daggers aimed at Sten's unflinching, naive smile. Excuse me, what? Nisa says with a big smile, giving Rolo a double take. The lanky kid is happy to get the heat taken off him. Oh yeah? Rolo used to write letters to Modissa back in school. I remember that. Debate letters. She infuriates me. I'm in ideological combat with her, nothing else. So dramatic. You'd love it. He looks over to you and adjusts his overalls. I just want to keep the record straight, cleric. They're just trying to mess with me. It's not that. That's not a thing. He's just like you. Hells yeah, kid. I'm also scared of women. You guys just sit here gossiping about girls all night, do you? That's not what... The lanky kid lets out a wheezing laughter. Was that supposed to be a secret? Nah, don't worry about it, Sten. Rolo turns back to you. Can we talk about literally anything else, please? Alright, bye. Alright, let's talk to the goddess. Before we jump into the well. I can trifle her. I can't reach that. I can't reach her trifle. That's so sad. A lull falls out of the ambient cheer, just a beat of uncertainty as this cleric steps before the tavern's singular attraction. This happens all the time. Visitors come to gawk and stare, some brave ones to speak with her. The lady of the house, our most delightful host. Look up at her. Towering, you stare at this somewhat feline creature up on the stage. A living myth, currently taking a swig out of a barrel, clearly not paying you any mind. The scent of cheap wine lingers in the air, along with an esoteric sensation. A giant sphinx. It's not to be trifled with. Her physical characteristics are enough to crush everything that is you. A monstrous being often found undertaking missions for the gods. A feminine force capable of seeing through time and space. Collector of ancient lore and dispenser of riddles, known to test mortals to uncover their true worth. However, she will not have to raise a paw, for her magical prowess could exile you from Jor's realm in an instant. Tread carefully. Your legs tremble. Greetings. The Sphinx looks down at you. Meeting her glowing blue gaze makes you feel like you are falling. Far, far below the world. There are arrows of wisdom behind those eyes. Her expression turns dark. She scrunches that pretty face of hers. Dark tidings bring you to the hearth. She speaks low and rolling. You'd expect her to act a bit drunker considering the empty barrels to her side. Then again, who knows how well a sphinx holds her liquor. The helmed dog, dragging its leash around the vestiges of Jor. She extends a claw, thick as her arm, and pokes you in the stomach. Woof. Woof. Her expression grows lighter, then she lets out a deep breath. Smells like an old basement full of booze. She liked that. Somehow you've appeared witty to her. That sort of joke only works once, so no barking. If you want her attention, you must do something remarkable. She takes another sip of the barrel, not looking at you. Watch yourself, cleric. Olzis isn't one for idle chit-chat. You know this Sphinx? He shakes his head. Every night there's a drunk jackass that asks for a riddle. She usually doesn't hurt them. I'll be careful then. Wise words. I have so many questions for you. The massive claws tap in boredom. Then ask, little one. See if you can spark my interest. Who you voting for in the election? I'm not. What? Why? She shakes her head. I cannot leave to vote, I'm afraid. Even if it was in business to leave an imprint on the affairs of mortals. If you could leave, who would you vote? I don't know. She points a claw at you. What would you have me vote for if you were in my shoes? The Asgulls. It would make the city fair and equitable. Ah, a bunch of failed revolutionaries will surely be the best choice to safeguard the future. She gives you a knowing smile. She knows more than you'll ever learn. That may be true, if you have your way. The Sphinx obviously does not hold any clear political ideal. Okay, good to know. What's that door behind you? Nothing. It's clearly something. How perceptive of you, little one. She holds up a paw as if presenting a prize. Behind me lays but one divine vault of many. She lowers her head slightly in a tiny bow. I am its protector. It's really not more complicated than that. What do you know about the tea shop? It startled me, which is not an easy thing to do. I'd imagine you're quite close to it. Yes, an explosion like that has not been felt in this place for decades, at least. Understandable. Yes, it reminds me of our darkness, what your people call the Fade Era. It's a time just before I was tasked with guarding this vault, then the mollusk Atoll and Kotl often bargained with me for divine knowledge and assistance. I like those snails. They were good company. I was saddened when their city melted under Earth's Issa's fire. The crackling of those flames, the terrible force that ruined everything in its path, flames of many colors, those thoughts stirred in me when I felt that explosion. Old magic. You've been here since the Fade. There were some excursions early on, but yes, a bit of over a millennia. That's awesome. Thank you. Do you think it was dragonfire that caused that explosion? No, I don't. It was much too concentrated of a blast. Besides, dragons large enough to cause such destruction would also surely not be capable of sneaking away without a single witness. How about fireball? I've seen more than my fair share of those in my time. Seems like everyone uses it. A third-level fireball would not come close to that power. Any other spells? Destructive spells come in all sizes and shapes, little one. There's a saying among arcanists that any spell made to cause damage is just fireball in different clothing. So who knows? I'm sure you'll figure it out. Snails? They built the first city here, from what I know. You were walking on their streets, little one. Can you tell me about them? A bit, yeah. They were masters at wizardry far beyond the arcanists, or humans for that matter. Even arrived at Jor's coast. They made some poor choices during their rise and fall. They aligned with Jor against the gods, for one. And of course, they picked the wrong side of the Dragon Wars. It's a tragic tale of a civilization that I truly believe to be good. Good for the coast. They were just a little slow. Caught up to them in the end. Yeah, makes sense. Siding with Jor is funny. Tell me about Issa's. I prefer not. His terrible reign is a topic left out of polite conversation. Whenever you see flaming mounds upon the burned coast lit up in smoke and cinder, you will know his will has not gone away. Not for a moment. Flames of many color? Blue, yellow, purple. It is said if you can see the purple, it will be the last thing you do. Either from blinding or merciful death. I don't want to get a tavern. I'll be going. Thank you, Sphinx. Did I just get kicked out? Oh, fuck. I was gonna say. It's dusk. It's dusk. It's dusk time. This takes me to Pillar Crossing. It does. We gotta get up to Watertown. So I can... Oh, well, now you're mapping the routes. Okay, fine. Where does this go? Tolstad? No, does this go to Goblin Garden? Why is this not mapped? Goblin Garden. Dude, this guy's hitting that guy was hitting it. That guy's hitting that shit, dude. Heck yeah. Alright. Sundown is gone. Give me my book. The hatch on the door swings open. Hey-oh! A pair of yellow piercing eyes gaze at you far from beyond a veil of bushy feathers. I'm here to pick up my book. Yes, it's done now. Now you pay. Payment, how much? The process was quite complicated, but I handled it like the pro I am. The final cost is 250 Norvikian crowns. Ah! That's a fair amount. Pay now. You could purchase a basic spell book for 50. However, if this bird is proficient as he believes himself to be, then it could be worth the cost. Make him lower the price through pure charm. I hate all life and all living things! Easy, just say, can you lower the price? No. Still worth a try. I'm gonna use a shard. Shard me. There we go. That's a little better. You gotta comb his feathers, you know? Just say, make it 100 and I'll owe you big time. Wouldn't it be nice to have a cleric in your debt? True. Okay, pay 100. Then you get your book. Nice, that's a big difference. Great. You toss in 100 crowns from your pouch of holding and, out of the slot in the door, you see the end of a paper-wrapped book. Take it. Take it. The Dark Grimoire. You open the wrap, discovering a book that feels eerie to the touch. The inside is marked by some fiendish geometric shapes along with various arcane shortcuts. A masterpiece. You'll love using this as your spellbook, won't you? You are happy. I can see it. The yellow eyes tilt to the side as they peer at you from the slot. Now be on your way, and mention my services to your clerical friends. I'm the best, you see? That needs to be known. Anything else? Nope. I got my funny book. I got my funny book. +2 charisma and adds proficiency to my max prepared spells. The tool of an arcane cleric, remade into a symbol of forbidden magic. The inside is scribbled with iconography of all things magically taboo, fiendish worship, aberrational insight, gnomish delights. You should not let neither your patriarch nor other clerics see you with this thing. It would spell even more trouble than you're already in. While equipped, allows you to prepare additional spells. I like the Sending Stone, and I like the Tiny Dictator, as well as the Esoteric Pocket Watch. What slot is this in? It's in the spell slot. Oh! It's in the book slot. Where else would it go? God in heaven, dude. I'm glad it's not a miscellaneous item. Alright, let's break in. Let's break into the Free Strider area. If we can. Oh, they're gonna let me in? Wait, weren't you just at the bar? Do not let your fellow clerics see this, or they will puke. They will puke, and I will puke along with them. Anyway, we got our book. That's a quest complete. That's a Phoenix Folio, folks. I'm all Phoenix Folioed up. Quest me. Let's see. Still gotta do the tea shop. Gotta find our hag, the star witness down below. Milkerus. I forgot about the milk quest. Norvikian resistance. Alright, let's go jump down the well. Find out what's going on in his Lich House. Cult hit. The assassin, river takey, phylogenistic agenda. Women, they're everywhere. Alright, we're looking for the 6th edition down below. Alright, we got our spellbook, which is what I was looking for. Let's go jump into the well and see where that takes us, and then we can begin discovering the Undertow. Or we could go back home and take a good night's rest. That sounds fun. Let's do that instead, after we jump in the well. See? Agent Vera is here and at home at the same time. Oh, we also want a riddle. Give me a riddle. Is it lonely hanging around here for millennia? She takes a deep breath. I must remember that my perspective on time is different from a mortal's. When one views events on a scale measured in eras, a chat like this is but a fleeting blink in a heaven of stars. So there's no dude sphinx in your life then? Everything's going really fast? Mortality makes life beautiful. I've heard that countless times, yet it always comes from those trapped in its clutches. I suppose perspective is everything. Hanging around tavern can't be too lonely. Times have indeed changed. During what you call the arcane era, I had a few visitors. These days, I'm inclined to enjoy the life surrounding me, even with its occasional annoyances. While the average quality of my conversations might have declined, there is value in the communicating with all manner of creature. Knowledge comes in all shapes. If the world is full of imbeciles, then knowing imbeciles will let you know the world. Hello, Kaname. And if that is the case, then how many of these people truly can be called stupid? It's good that you have friends. No one should have to be all alone. That is a very human perspective, but thank you. Do you give out riddles? Certainly! Are you ready? Rhetorical. Yes, please, I love riddles. She finishes the last bit of her barrel and puts it down with a slam. Then the Sphinx leans in, hissing. Once, I had the sun's favor. My creed cling close to the wall. My creed cling close the wall. Matured in shadows, I've witnessed empires rise and fall. Once left in silence, now the life of the ball. She raises her paw and gestures to the open chamber. Yet I remain a draught of remembrance, a history's thrall. What am I? That's easy. The answer is wine, specifically grape wine. Clinging to trellises eliminates many other fruits, and grape wine has been made for generations. Though, given that this is an entry-level riddle, you imagine simply wine will suffice. A lovely poem about life's journey, how time changes all, even the simplest grape. Your companion smirks and gives you a little chuckle. He knows. What do you think, Snell? What happens if I get it wrong? She squints at you and raises her chin. Same of all those who wander these halls. You'll lose everything. Eventually. There is no threat here. She means your only pain upon failure will be existence itself, a mortal life. What do you think, Schnell? The Sphinx turns to Snell with a frown. Oh, you know, for this seems like a personal riddle for you, not for me, so I'm just gonna watch, alright? She nods. What if I get it right? The Sphinx shrugs, then gives you a cold smile. Satisfaction. Make a guess. Yeah, I figured. Your mind settles on a singular possibility for the simpler riddle. Matured in shadows. With no doubt in your mind, the answer is, obviously, it's wine. Obviously. Once in the sun, matured in the shadows. Been around for a long time. Life of the ball. A draught. But it's clearly, obviously, even wine. Now, good. Now tell the Sphinx. The answer is wine. Wine? She gives you an intense stare. She's totally gonna eat you. Hold your breath. Olzis picks up a new barrel of wine. She pops the cork open. Wine! Yes, that's very correct, little one. Wonderful job. Another riddle solved. Huzzah! Don't... Huh, since you're so amazing, would you be interested in a quest? Yes, 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 yes! She gives you a serious expression. Accepting a divine quest from a Sphinx is no trifling matter, mortal. In fact, few would survive such an ordeal. A quest? Indeed. Behind me stands a vault. It only opens to those worthy. She leans her massive head downwards, close enough for you to smell the wine breath. To prove worthy, you must solve my most ancient of riddles. So old, it was handed to me when I first stepped inside this chamber millennia past. Bow your head in silence. Your companion whispers to you, you're going on an epic Sphinx quest now? Sure, why not? Not like we're on a job or anything. So what exactly is this Sphinx quest? This is important, Schnell. Maybe to you. No, really, it's important to the job, too. Convince me. It could grant me esoteric knowledge, or like the tea shop? Fair enough. Look, I won't stand in the way, just don't waste too much time on it. The Sphinx stares at your companion. A hero must face much adversity during his quest. She laughs quietly to herself and takes a swig of wine. What is this Sphinx quest? This is a riddle, the answer of which is not uttered in words, but revealed by actions. By esoteric might. She goes quiet and closes her eyes. Just listen. Found within the arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Tongue is a third-level divination spell that grants the target the ability to understand all languages, and for the target's speech to be understandable by any sentient listener. She takes a breath, revealing a wicked grin. Burrowed deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Then she leans in, almost whispering those final words. Folk and gods and thronging herds, a man divine alone, howls his words. This is intensely vague and cryptic. I love riddles, but I'll have to think about this one. The answer is not something you can speak. She uses a massive claw to grab something from her pile of stuff and tosses it to you. Once you understand this riddle, return here. You can only solve it during daytime alone. We wouldn't want anyone else accidentally figuring out this riddle, would we? She glances at your goblin companion. I'm not interrupting the job for that. Do it in the morning or something before you pick me up. I never sleep, so you can show up anytime after sunrise and before the tavern opens. What have you gotten yourself into? Sounds like something that could lead to one hell of a treasure. Could you give me a hint? A hint? You dare stand before a sphinx and ask for a hint? Well, not if you're gonna react like that. She puts down her barrel of wine and leans in. You can ask questions, but no, you do not get a hint. Wow, what a cool distinction, Ulzus. Those are really different things. I'll have to do something with you to solve this riddle, right? No. She winces. Damn it, that was a hint. New rule, you get one hint. She can make new rules? Damn, she's drunk. That was your one hint. It's not something to do directly with me. So it's not like in a dialogue with you or whatever. Got it. Something like that. She sips on her wine, looking regretful. She says she's not drunk, but honestly, that hint is pretty big. Has anybody else solved this riddle? Her smile fades. Only a handful of folk have ever proven worthy to enter the vault during the aeons I've watched over it. We'll only tell you more if you prove yourself worthy, of course. Guess I have to try some stuff. Trial and error. Not the most silly tactic I've seen over the years. She shrugs again, her cat shoulders sliding smoothly up and down, which looks surprisingly funny with her whole feline body thing going on. Do all ancient esoteric anticipalian creatures act like this? How disappointing. She must be corrupted by these modern times. And you know, the big barrel of wine. Now get back at it, little one. I'll be going now. Thank you, Great Sphinx. Thanks for the hint, loser. Oh, +1 charisma. That goes crazy. A very pretty key. It's esoterically attuned to the Sphinx's lair, i.e. the local tavern. This will allow you to enter during the daytime so you can solve a riddle or just visit. There it is. The Drunk Sphinx and the Drunk Sphinx has offered you another riddle. If you solve it, you will gain access to her vault. Are you up for the challenge? The Sphinx hints that the only way to solve her riddle is to perform some type of action, something beyond the scope of a simple dialogue. Alright, let's jump. Ah, I meant to jump. My bad. Slungus. Excuse you? You doing what? I'm jumping. Down the well. You say that as if it's somehow a good idea. Just jump. Snell grabs you. No. That's a bad cleric. He wrestles you back away from the deep. Bad Snell. But Snell, I wanted to jump down. Not on my watch. If you want to die from rapid fucking dungeon dissension, do it on your own time, asshole. You'll have to come back here without Snell if you wish to reach below. You know you can do it. I know I can do it. Is that the action I have to take? Alright, let's go home, get rid of Schnell, come back, jump in the well. Schnell, go home, brother. What should we do today? Probably investigate the tea shop. Let's do that next. Yeah. I have some stuff to take care of by myself. I don't think so. Oh, okay. Good, let's go. Do you want to sleep in the tower with me? I'm good. Such a goody gold grove. A classic Dimenorian fairy tale about a boy who was so good he exploded. Literally, and that's only slightly paraphrased. That's understandable. I respect your opinion as a man. Thanks. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll enjoy that tower as long as she isn't there. I kinda like her. Yeah, I can tell. Just be careful, is all I'm saying. Don't want someone powerful like her on your bad side. Let's go to the tower. I want to read some shit. And then jump in the well. I can go 48 hours without exhaustion. Without getting exhausted. So I don't have to sleep every single day. Every single night, rather. Also, the sun is still out. Maybe we should hit the tower first. Who's fucking up on the roof? Is that what's his name? What is what's his name? It's Art. It's the kiosk kid. I was like, don't tell me she's still in here. We've already read all the books. I haven't prayed in a while. Tranquility. The Sphinx's riddle? An ancient creature who guards a door to nothing. She does this for fun. You're not the first to complete it. If you do, it will unveil something great, but the answer is not in dialogue. You'll have to cast magic to show your prowess. Something strong, I'm sure. That's good to know. I didn't know it was magic I needed to do. Alright, we've read all the books. Now we have to look at all the funny documents. Some of these are going to take a while. You spend some time flipping through the archives? Right now? He wants you to not spend time doing this. Fuck, come on, man. You hate me. Alright, let's go back into the Undercroft. Let's go back into the Undertow. You doing that right now? No, not anymore, you bastard. We're gonna do this first, though. Mind if I try and pickpocket this guy's key? It is only a DC 15. But I'm only Dex 14, so maybe that's a bad idea. +2 I don't think is gonna get me there. Alright, let's go adventuring. Fine. Fine, you got me. Into Viskin's lair once more. We always come back to Viskin, don't we? I guess it is all Viskin all the time, huh? Oh, I think I got some new spells, too, so let me prep them. Prep me. I don't think I can get all of them, but I at least want all the level 2 spells equipped. Speak with animals, inflict wounds, grease, cure wounds, charm, bless. Just kidding, we can equip every single spell I have, because I'm that good. So scary. Alright, before I do anything, let me try equipping all these rats. Will anything happen if I equip all the rats? Let me reorganize. So I can, yeah, have the stuff I want equipped there. No, it's just something that's really cool. I see. I'm sure that'll be relevant later on, but having 3 rats is chill. Alright, Jor. Alright, Jor. What's the shtick? The pillar of Jor towers before you. He's speaking to you. Touch the pillar. You place your hand upon the cold surface. Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it's seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given to one's god, or king, or people? You don't know, and that frightens you. Perhaps one day you will join in that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now. The goblin is impatient. Pocket watch tingles. You've talked to it. You've meditated on it. Nope. Closing your eyes, you begin to focus, your mind placing squarely at this esoteric force. Your mind forms into an arrow, and you fire it forward, but it's repelled. Opening your eyes, your hand is no longer pressed against the cold surface of the pillar. You are instead holding it against your heart, shaking. This is wrong. Yes. Try again later. Whatever is whispering you from beyond is more powerful than you can imagine. Shall we try again? One more time. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Guinevere, what's up? You place your gloved hand presses against the surface. You find the will to listen, to bear the burden of that solemn voice. Close your eyes and pray. Silently mumbling the same words as always, to your God, to your people, and this great city. It fades. The voices grow, not in size, but in number. Some of them join in your prayer, some dismiss it, some hate it. Before you, a dark landscape stretches, covered in the bodies of the damned and the waiting, their souls on display for judgment and callous sorting. Among them, you see one face turn to look at you. At first, you believe it to be him, Then you understand, as the man, who appears to be both younger and older, gives you the kind of look of regret a father would have on seeing the return of a lost child. He turns to face the stairs. You watch him go. Again. 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 Your heart is racing, your blood pumping. You almost faint on the spot. Whatever you saw, it quickly disappears, deep into your skull. The pillar does not whisper here, it screams. Go down, further down. You understand plainly. This is more to this pillar that you need to investigate. In time, and further below. Alright, well, with that being said, let's go north instead of south. South looks relevant, let's go north instead. How's the plushie collection going? It's okay. I haven't added anything new in a while. Oh no, it's a labyrinth, brother. With no map? With no map. Well, I guess we'll stick to the right wall. Could be a bad decision, but that's the decision I'm making. Usually I stick left wall, but that's not what we're doing. Something shiny! Oh, well thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. Plus it's a dead end anyway. A calendar, but it's out of date. Embedded upon this altar, you see a circular stone slab. Whoever has worked this survey site in the past has attempted to place it in its natural position. It reminds you of a copper calendar, but far, far older. This is a moon chart left by Whitemane barbarians of the Divine Era. Whitemane is the name of a tribe of feline folk who ruled in Ascani during the Divine Era. Their remnants are left scattered in various locations across the band. The various glyphs on the surface denote not a language, but rather sigils, it seems. Decipher the current day. No! That is no use, it's broken. Oh. Yeah, this is a useless piece of technology, if you feel it worthy of such a term. You could hop down here. You glance at the step. It's a descent of approximately 50 inches. 2 meters. Yeah, whatever that means. Point is, it's not super high. You heard a story of a man who slipped in a minor descent like this once. He died. You're going to die. Look over the survey site. You see a dwarf, hearing grunts as he swings a pickaxe at the ruins in the corner. There's no point in having a conversation at this distance. Time to get closer. Won't be a problem, right? Let's pray. An esoteric tingle leads me astray. I mean, obviously I'm going to Dex 5. Let's chill. Taking a careful step onto the stone, you begin your descent. Keeping your balance in check, you shift your weight appropriately. Smart thinking, using your dexterity instead of brute force. This is a wise choice. Your feet find purchase. Stable, controlled. You are at the bottom of the step. Gods, you're slow. Can we get moving now? Adventures must have hidden stuff in this pot. I agree. Adventures must have hidden stuff in this pot. They did. Why would they do that? That man has a lobster for a companion. Why is he doing all that? Askel Madsen. Hello, Askel. Underdwarf. Our level 5 archaeologist. This right here is the fourth pillar of the feudal system. A spelunking, delving, digging, roaming, true-blooded adventurer. Though he's seen a lot of shit in his days, Askel still has his glowing eyes set on the next prize. A true reward of a life on the trail. A horde. Beside the burial statue, you see someone on a ledge. There's grunts echoing down the chamber along with the sounds of iron against stone. A dwarf? Down here? Hello up there. Huh? The dwarf's smoldering eyes widen as he sees you. Look, Romulus, we've got an official visiting. If that doesn't make us official, I don't know what will. Romulus the Rust Monster, tame. Peeking out over the ledge, you spot an orange monster creeping about. A rust monster. The dwarf appears friendly with it. How strange. What are you doing here? Me? You know. He lets out a smoldering laugh. A dwarf's gotta have a hobby. He puts down his tools and strikes a pose. Let me introduce myself. I'm Askel Madsen. A dark dwarf. Derogatory term for the underdwarfs. Or, as they prefer, underdwarf. Gray-skinned and fiery-eyed dwarves who mostly live along the undercoast. They originate from the powerful elements known as the Azirs. A fire elemental in the vague shape of a dwarf. They once held a kingdom on the undercoast until they were broken by the invasion of ghostly ghouls during the late Divine Era. Pretty self-explanatory historical event. Undead army raised by some unnamed lich. It broke the Azurs and left a collection of underdwarf settlements in their stead. Pleasure to meet you. You're a Norvikian cleric, I presume? Actually, I'm more of an arcane spellcaster. Oh, so wizard. Yes, indubitably. Don't use that word. Ah, you got a goblin with you. You HWBT, friend. Yeah, you're that dungeoneer looking for cats, right? Cats. More or less. Hope your lady wasn't too mad about my inquiry. I'd say annoyed is a better description, but it's fine. Just don't trespass anymore. Hello, Mino. What's up? Oh, sorry, Grandma. Wasn't looking at your questions. Do you still have bread? I do still have bread. Yummy. Will do, or I won't, but I should correct you. I'm not a dungeoneer. I'm more of a... With a bright smile, he adjusts the collar on his uniform. I'm what you call a historian with a vision. As he says it, the orange beast sends an echoing hissing down the chamber. Exactly, Romulus. We're here on an expedition of grand proportions, to find the legendary missing mine of Tolamon, of Tol-Katul. The snail folk, ancient builders of the city below. That sounds like a quest. Oh yes, indeed. But just to be clear, I'm not sharing the spoils just like that. Fair enough, treasure is earned. So here's the deal, I'm in trouble. His pet makes a loud belching noise. Right? He mumbles and gives the monster a pat on the back. You want help, friend? Help a stranger? That's how fools are robbed. If I can get paid. Sure, I got some loot to share if that's the case. Smart. Always negotiate up front. You see, there are two strange ruins in this section of the city below the city. The city below the city, the vast ruins found underneath Norvik, most define it as the parts of the city not yet civilized, although there is a legal definition set in place for each individual district. He points at the statue. White Main ruins, before the dwarves and humans and even trolls, this place was ruled by cats. The theory goes, the snails of Tulin had an esoteric mine not far from the Pillar of Jor. The mines of Tulamon, a place of thick veins with endlessly growing amber and platinum. Endless treasure. Hello, Arthur. But the walking god of the White Mane, for whatever reason, sealed it shut at some point, according to legends. Sealed esoterically, probably, since we can't seem to locate it. Esoteric seals can be broken with the right knowledge. So you're looking for it. Oh yes, and I'm not alone in this, of course. My research has shown me clear indications that these two ruins below Tolstad are more or less unexamined, at least by skilled hands. How do you hide an entire mine? You'd be surprised. The city below the city is... What is it, 4 or 5 levels of sprawling tunnels and caverns? Here under Tolstad, it's only this here top level that's in any way accessible. There could easily be some crevice far down that no one, not even the city's greatest paladins, have gotten close to discovering. The deep places of the world hold many secrets. There's ancient snail folk, and then slightly less ancient cat folk who built cat stuff on top of the snail stuff? Exactly. So what's the problem? There's no problem with this site, but I'm almost finished here, and I'm unable to gain access to the second White Mane ruins. Because it's inside HWBT territory, and they are very unwilling to allow a dwarf like me past. Your lovely goblin friends have hired a brutish bugbear as a guard. But you're a cleric! If you can get access into their territory, then please head south. Through the damp high caverns, there should be a White Mane ruin at the end, a shrine, probably marked by a bunch of feline symbols. He gestures towards the giant statue. Just look for big cats, essentially. What do you want me to do? He leans over. All I need you to do is tell me if you find symbols of a sun or 2 blades. Either of those. Then report back to me. If you're able, and if you have the time. Wish I could do it myself. Damn those goblins. No offense. Giving your companion a nod. None taken. I really, really do not care. Got it. If I find the shrine, I'll investigate. Great. And good luck. He gives you a thumbs up. Got a bunch of personal questions for you. You do? Maybe later. I got a bunch of work to finish up here, but I'll be at the Drunk Sphinx once I'm finished. Ask me there and I'll gladly indulge you. Good place to extract information. Alright, folks. That was some esoteric ebb for the night. I was gonna go 4 hours, but honest to God, I got a lot of reading I gotta do. And some messages to shoot out, so... Ooh, I'm so excited to play more! I'm so excited to play more! We gotta get to sleep somehow in the game. You're a busy man. I'm a busy piss. I got the busy piss. But alright, everybody. I think I'm gonna call it there. Oh, my spine! Oh, my spine with an S! My spin! My spin! That's gonna be it for me tonight. I will see everybody tomorrow evening. Later in the evening, rather. Because I'm gonna be doing a bunch of stuff tomorrow. For a smidge of Pentiment. Very good. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, Johnny.